Well, hello, you filthy animals. It's another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Beat the Bros. I'm Matt Lavelle, and tonight we have Liam Reese, aka Pickle Bar, and Tom Lavelle. Bern Podcast isn't here tonight. I don't know if you listened to last Tuesday's episode 577. He got a little upset when I correctly guessed Dennis Hopper in the 20 questions game. I did it fair and square. I did nothing wrong. And he got all butthurt because we got it on question 19. Sorry. Sorry we were able to narrow down that he died between 2000 and 2010. And I guessed Dennis Hopper because he was in Hoosiers. And we were sniffing. I'd sent Gene Hackman earlier. So we were sniffing around.
Are you really serious about the fact that you got it fair and square? Is this all we're going to talk about this, or we keep it
fair
going?
and square. There's no problem with it. So since Bern got all butthurt, he got all blown up. He didn't want to show up tonight. No big deal. We can do the show without him. Not a problem. I'll be doing the 20 questions segment tonight. And I won't be a question Nazi. I won't get fucking butthurt if somebody gets it. I won't be not answering questions about if you're popular in that decade or bullshit like that. I'll be a good 20 questions person, and we don't have to deal with the whiny crybaby Northeastern PA Pollock anymore. Okay?
I like how the popular in the decade, the accent you used was like an old New York was like the that was like
Liam,
the
you
accent.
can't say that word. Liam, you can't say that word.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
you are
you can say
Kanye West.
All right.
You know,
All
they so wait. You
What, Tom?
honestly think that you did that okay by using chat or whatever AI and putting in all the
Okay,
information?
let's answer this. Let's get this out there. I didn't use AI. I did not use AI. No, never once have I used AI.
Google. Did you use Google?
Yeah, I've chopped up a little Google sometime, sure. But here's the question. Here's the deal, okay?
Did
Here's
you
the deal.
search actors that died between 2000 and
excuse me, excuse
2010?
you. No, I did not. No, I did not. I searched celebrities that died between 2000 and 2010. But secondly,
Nice.
when you play soccer, Tom, what's the number one rule in soccer?
Don't use your
goal.
hands.
Don't use your hands. Don't use your hands, right? Before you play, they say, look, there's a bunch of rules, but here's the big one. Do not touch the damn ball. No hands, right? 20 questions. Yes or no questions. That's the big rule. Was there anywhere stated that you can't use Google? Because we've been getting them without having to use Google, okay? We pulled Inspector Gadget out of the hat. We got Jack Nicholson out of the hat. Didn't even sniff
I crushed
Google.
Jack Nicholson, dude.
You crushed it.
That one.
Bend
Are
him
you
over
claiming
with it.
that this is the only time that you
No,
use
it's not.
a
It's
search?
not, but he's acting like I'm doing it every week the whole time, which I'm not. Okay?
How many weeks would you say you've done it?
How many weeks have we done the game?
Say you've
We'll
done
say-
the game 20 weeks. How many? What
We'll
percentage?
say 20 weeks.
Percentage.
I'll say maybe I've done it 7 times.
7 times. In
7
20
times.
weeks. Did you use it when you were trying to guess my person when
So,
I did the
Yes.
35%.
Oh, yeah. Totally
About a third
did.
of the time.
We were fucking stumped. We couldn't get you. And he stumped us before, too. But he gets
And you're
all...
saying that you didn't know that that wasn't a rule, that you weren't allowed to Google it. Because last week
We've
you acted
never
like
said
you
it.
just got it. You never say, well, I'm looking
Whoa.
something up online here. It was a eureka
Okay, well, I
moment.
did. Okay, if I didn't say that, sorry. But I didn't think I acted like I just thought of it. I discovered it. And
This
I was
is
like,
when you insert the clip.
You ask the questions and I give you the answers.
fucking question Nazi over here. Computer's out. You ready?
I've played along long enough. I've played along for the sake of the show long enough.
This
That
is
was
what
bullshit.
you got to clip.
That's a
for.
win. That should be a win for me. You pushed it. You pushed it one step too far, Maddie. You pushed it one step too far.
Oh, because
I
we had to
got a
narrow
Hail
down the
Mary
decade
question.
he fucking died in.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Something just came to me. Something just hit me like a lightning bolt. Fuck out of here.
Oh, sorry, because we had to look
The
up a
fuck
list of
outta here.
actors who died between 2000 and 2010.
That's your question. Then don't ask that question. Ask a better question.
You looked up the actors that died between 2000 and 2010?
Oh shit!
Yeah, weren't
You're
we all
goddamn
wondering
right
who
he
the
did.
fuck died between 2000 and 2010?
I was wondering, but I was trying to recall it. I'm like, shit, who died between that time?
Well,
Tommy, it's every goddamn weekend. I let it slide. I let it slide for the content. I let it slide so the content's good. But this one was egregious.
I want to point out that I've
we're not fucking Google.
But I've only done it a couple times.
I'm not IMDb Pro. You've Googled every fucking person that we've had to guess.
He has to answer our questions.
I need to research them so I can answer your fucking questions.
So yeah, it's because it's so easy to pick out fucking a fictional character, and then you pick out a fucking.
That's the point of the game. It's not supposed to be easy. That's the fucking point.
It's not supposed to be fucking impossible either.
You've been cheating every time, Matt. I've known about it the whole time. Let it slide.
There's no cheating.
I appreciate the content of the show.
There's no cheating.
How am I supposed to do my job?
All right.
It's impossible otherwise. Otherwise, we'd never get it.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's really hard.
It's okay if we don't.
You know what, Matt? I'll make every guy Brian Dawkins for you, so you don't have to fucking look anything up. All right?
Wow,
I don't know what to tell you.
No one's cheating. We're fucking narrowing it down. The name of the game is narrow it down.
You're cheating yourself, Matt. You're cheating yourself.
I'm not inserting shit.
I've got a Hail Mary here. A Hail Mary
577 and watch it. Episode available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Works Effects Podcast. Great episode. Great episode. Like all of them. And there was a lot of juice on it. Because Bern I'll tell you, I've known Bern since I was 19 years old. 22 years I've known him. Right? Actually, since I've been 18. 23 years I've known him. Okay? This guy, I've known him more than I've not known him in my life. And I think that's the angriest I've ever seen him. And I've slept with a girl that he called Kool-Aids on. And he wasn't even that mad. So I'm just saying he got all butthurt, decides he doesn't want to be on the show tonight. And old Uncle Matty's going to step up and show us how to do the 20 question segment. Not a problem. Not a problem. Guess what, guys? There's no National Socialist Party controlling the questions tonight, okay? Free reign on the questions as long as they're yes or no. And I'll give you all the hints you want. And guess what? Get your Googles out. Get them out. Get the Googles. Because I'm not going to get butthurt if you get it or you Google. Okay?
I want to do all natural.
You Google.
Yeah, we're all natural.
I'm all natural, baby.
Google it all natural. Tell you,
so steroids wasn't illegal in the in the day, for MLB. Does that make it right that they were using them? I mean, is it okay that they were using?
Quick question. Was everybody using them?
No.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they damn well were. Okay.
Does it make it right? They knew they weren't supposed to be using them, but it wasn't an official rule.
When was that an official thing? They made it a rule because of how well they were doing. So I was doing so well, Bern gets upset, and now it's a rule.
I think everybody thought it was the rule.
Nope. No one thought
Liam?
it. No one said it.
Liam, did you think
I thought it was implied. Yes.
That you do not use
Liam,
Google,
wow,
right?
way to pick a side, pickle bar. Jesus
I'm just
Christ.
going by how I've been playing.
Yeah, I've not used Google once.
It's because you're idiots. Fucking, what are we doing here?
That's debatable.
It's not debatable. You're
Well,
morons.
I'm not a debatable. I'm pretty much an idiot. I'm not gonna.
No, you're not pretty much. You are one.
Matt is also saying he is one as well. Don't take it that way. I hope he knows that he is an idiot as well.
Obviously, clearly, we're idiots and we don't know half the shit, so we got to Google it.
No,
right? That's the deal.
No, the person that has the character can Google it. The people that are guessing don't get you to use Google. They use their
I'm not going to
brain.
Google.
Yeah, I assumed that.
I've picked a character. Not going to Google him at all. Okay.
So
no
what if we
research.
ask you a question you don't know? It's your character. You're supposed to give the answers.
I'll say sorry, guys. I can't answer that question. You get one. Okay. You get a question back. I'm the victim.
That you don't. What's this game?
It's guess the guy.
Guess the
Guess.
dude.
Good luck.
Guess
Good
the
luck
Guess the
guessing.
dude.
Male or
with-
woman?
with
I'm not
some
really sure.
dudes.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, right?
Who knows?
Are we really going after genders like that now? I mean, come on, Tom. You
Yeah.
got kids. It's 2026. Either way. Either way. So for
Either
those
way.
wondering, either way, for those
Either
wondering
way.
why he's not here tonight, that's why
Does.
Banditi Padalini, the Prince of Northeastern Pennsylvania, old Polish Polak, is not here. Because he's because he's butthurt. He's out eating halushki at the St. Catherine's Fair, and he's not with us.
Yo,
Okay?
the Polish festival is legit though. Let's not do any.
Yeah, I bet
Polish
you scored a
festival
bunch of
bashing.
pumpernicks waitresses at the Polish festival, huh, Schmigs?
Polish festival's
You're
pretty
fucking
cool,
batting
man.
1,000 with your kielbasa at the Polish festival, pal. Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Pickle bar. All right. Either way, so I'm doing 20 questions. Liam's going to do the 10 best sports signings in Philadelphia sports history. And Tom, well, you know what he's going to do. And I got some news at the end. Pretty good stuff. Either way, this is the Working Perspectives Podcast presents episode 579. Let's get this thing started. Here's the theme song.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. Would you share it? Would you share it? Would you share it? Working perspectives.
It's our objective to be effective. Nowadays. Working perspective. You know what? That song is how many years old? I did that song before AI was invented. So, shows how good I am.
Oh,
Didn't
suck
even
on
need
that,
AI.
Elon.
Stuck on that, Alan. All right. Speaking of, fun fact, Jesse Biddle. You guys remember him? Jesse Biddle?
Yeah.
Jesse Biddle was drafted by the Phillies in 2010, I believe. First round draft pick from the Phillies in 2010. He's a PA guy. I think he's from like Northampton area. Either way, guess who struck him out today in a game of baseball for a men's league?
Oh.
Old B Guzzler Alan Bach struck out Jesse Biddle. Struck out a major leaguer. He's throwing gas. Said he hit him with a changeup outside corner. Froze him up.
He's still playing in like adult leagues and stuff?
Yeah, dude. He pitched 8 innings
sweet.
today.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Him
I
and
didn't
the
know
team won.
I didn't know he was still doing that.
I don't know if Kevin Zeblum's still on the team, but Kevin Zeblum was on his team before he told me. But
Mm-hmm.
either way, you know Kevin Zeblum, right? Right, Liam?
Sure do.
You've heard of him.
Yeah,
Either
his
way,
brother's my best friend.
yeah. So former guest of the show, friend of the show, love him. So either way, that's what Alan Bach's been doing. Shout out, fan of the show, listen to the show, friend of the show. Next thing we're doing is we're moving on to everyone's new favorite segment. It's time for Tom's Topics.
Oh.
All right, Tom. So what do you got today for Tom's Topics?
Well, today I wanted to talk about Christmas in July, and I don't know if you're familiar with Christmas in July. It's something that happens on the 25th of July. People go out and they celebrate some Christmas spirit. And Matt, I have a question. Why is it Christmas in July?
I've always wondered. Do you know?
Half Christmas.
They
Is
say
it?
it's the halfway point to Christmas.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be June
But it's
25th?
not.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Oh yeah,
Why
it's
are
not
we
even
not-
close, right?
Christmas in June.
Yeah. That is, you know what?
It's
It
5 months
sounds
away.
like no, this is just big, you know, This is like
Christmas?
probably
Big
no.
Christmas.
Yeah, this is big Christmas. Keeping their boot on all of our necks, like always. I say it was started by like Sears and J.C. Penney or something back in the day. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like Big Christmas got in. You know?
Yeah, Big Christmas was like, hey, let's remind everyone of all I want for Christmas is you, and let's get them sleigh bells jingling, wrapping up around Little July, even though it's wrong. You know what I
But
mean?
the common thing that everyone seems to be thinking is it's a halfway point to Christmas. They've been fed a lie, and they just take it
Yeah.
for, yeah. Oh, it's a halfway
Yeah.
point to Christmas. Yeah, Christmas in July. No, halfway would be last month.
I
June
actually didn't even
25th.
make. I actually didn't even
June
make
in-
that connection in 41 years on this earth. I didn't make that connection till right now that it's not even half. It's
Yeah.
half
Everyone
plus
thinks
one.
it's the halfway point. It's not. For
Half
some
plus
reason, just
one.
like, yeah, halfway point. Halfway point. It's like,
It's not.
it's not the halfway point.
It's
If
not.
Christmas was January 25th, maybe.
Right. Sure.
It's definitely companies like just getting
Well,
you to buy shit, dude.
I got some
It's
history
gotta
for
be.
you. You guys want a little history?
Sure.
Okay, so how did Christmas in July start? So back in France in 1892, when the phrase Christmas in July was first used, was in the opera Werther.
What?
When translated into English, a character warns when you sing Christmas in July, you rush the season, right? But Christmas in July came to America in 1933, and we can thank the Keystone Camp, which was an all-girls camp in Brevard, North Carolina, and the whimsical co-founder Fannie Holt requested the celebration complete with a group of carolers, a Christmas tree, and even Santa Claus. The tradition is still alive and well several generations later. Then in 1940, the movie Christmas in July was released, bringing nationwide prominence to the phrase. More events soon followed. Churches began programs to collect gifts for the worldwide missions, and then
What?
World War II kicked into high gear. The United States Postal Service and military branches worked in conjunction with advertisers and the greeting card industry to promote early Christmas mailing campaigns to soldiers overseas. Wow!
That
So it
is
started,
news to
Christmas
me.
in July started to fucking jazz up the troops in World War II.
Okay. I stand
Huh.
corrected.
You're shitting on the troops.
No.
You're shitting on the troops, Tom.
I'm
troops.
shitting on the month.
We're here for the troops.
God damn it.
I
Why
thought it
is
was
it
the,
not in June?
Oh, Tom. Do you not like freedom? Huh? Did you want to be speaking German, Tom? Is that what you want? You don't like Christmas in July because it was for the troops originally. You hate the troops. Liam, Tom hates the troops.
I thought it was the you-know-whos that you told me not to mention earlier, just trying to get us to buy more shit, you know?
Wow.
The Jews.
The you know who's? Is that
Yeah,
who you mean?
the you-know-whos. That's I thought.
The you know
Hmm.
Liam. So apparently, the movie came out in 1940, and then
That is the part that blows me away, is that there's a
World
movie.
War II happens. There's a movie. Hey, talk about it.
All right.
There's maybe the actor I have in 20 Questions was in it. Maybe not. Who knows? But movie comes out in 1940. World War II happens, and they're probably in July. They're in the Pacific. They're in Germany. They're in Europe. They're fighting the good fight, trying to kill the Kaiser for the troops on this show. For the troops. Everyone on the show, me and Picklebar, Tom on the fence. Either way, they're like, hey, let's jazz up the troops a little bit. It's hot. They're fighting a good fight, trying to kill National Socialist Party. And they do Christmas in July to jazz them up. Christmas in July to jazz them up. And Tom isn't for it. Wow, Tom. Wow. Because they got the month wrong? Jeez.
I mean, you think it could be
Unbelievable.
corrected at least?
Our
I mean, it's not
father
like
was
we
in the
only had
military.
one time we could do this thing. Hey, this is the year we're doing it. And, July, it's already past June. We're just going to do it in July. Is that what
Well,
happened?
Liam-
And then they stuck with it? Let's move it to June.
Liam, quick
I'm
question.
cool with that. Move it to June. Let's make
Should have had
let's
been
make
moved.
it make sense.
Everybody
Liam,
and their
quick-
mother thought it was the halfway point to Christmas.
I
It's not.
am one of the everyone's.
Hey, Picklebar.
Yeah.
Quick question. Did your grandfather fight in World War II?
He was Coast Guard, but
Oh,
I don't think he was. No, I
Well,
don't remember hearing about him
yeah.
being.
Well, William Lavelle the first, fought in
Mhm.
the Battle of Leyte Gulf, biggest naval battery in the history of warfare. I bet he celebrated Christmas in July because he's for the troops.
Good.
And what
That's
do you
well
think he would
deserved.
say? What do you think he would say if he saw that his grandson is here shitting on the troops?
Mm.
Wow. How far we've fallen as a country and as a family. God damn.
Not
God
shitting on the
damn.
troops, shitting on Christmas in July.
Which is shitting
Put
on
it
the
in
troops.
June. Put it in June.
It got big for the troops.
No, just because
No,
you're
we
a
should
part of an
lobby
all-girls
in
camp.
Washington. It should be June. That's
Wow. Well, you know why
things have to make sense.
Sure. Well, no, you
No, they
think
don't. Listen to Matt.
Look, hey, Christmas in July isn't because of the halfway. You got it wrong. You guys were wrong. It wasn't. They didn't call it Christmas in July.
I wasn't wrong. How
No,
was I
you are
wrong?
wrong.
How?
You're wrong.
Yeah, but
'Cause
people
you-
call it like
No,
half Christmas and stuff, right?
Who's calling it that? It was started because
Everyone
it was
and their
in,
mother thinks it's
it was
halfway
in,
through the year.
Well, then everyone and their mother was wrong. Everyone and their
Yeah.
mother used to think the world
I
was
didn't
flat
think that.
too.
I was the one shining the light on it not being that way. And like, hey, what is everyone doing? And why are you so upset about it, Matt?
So
it's for
you
the troops.
you knew that it was for the troops, is what you're saying.
No.
Yeah, Mr.
I
Half
said
Christmas here.
I knew
Yeah.
it wasn't the halfway point to Christmas.
Well, anyone who isn't a fucking jamoke idiot would know that July isn't halfway to December.
Yeah,
Well, maybe
they
I
don't.
didn't think of that. Never think of that.
Yeah, I bet Bern probably didn't think of it either. Either way, But either way,
Either way,
whatever. Tom, it's not halfway to Christmas. And that's
No
not
shit.
why it's celebrated, okay? It was originally celebrated
really?
for the troops.
Really?
It became, hey, you guys want to know what decade it became popular in? Huh? You want to know what decade it was most popular?
I
The
would say this
1940s.
decade it's
World
most popular.
War II. No way. No
World
way.
War
Yes, it
II.
is.
You think there's people sending stuff to troops in Japan and Germany and Europe right now?
I don't think it's the most popular for sending the stuff. I think people celebrate Christmas in July more now than they ever have.
What? I didn't celebrate it. Did you?
I only remember seeing commercials for it, like as a
Right.
child.
They celebrated it in World War II because they were for the troops. Like
I've
me
never seen
in
a
the show.
person celebrate it. Have you? Have you ever
we
seen a
weren't
person
alive
like
during
do
World
it?
War II.
Yeah, I saw
Nope.
people doing it today. That's
Who?
what I
Oh,
thought
well,
of it.
that's that is some hardcore. That's real life evidence, though.
It's not like
there's probably
celebrating. Like
peop-
they go out to a bar and they drink, and they're like, "It's Christmas in July."
Oh, wow. Is it the same people that go out to the bar and drink every day?
No,
Tom? Is it the same people that go out and drink multiple times a week?
for like Flag Day and like
Yeah, were they there for
Boxing
Arbor
Day.
Day too?
yeah, Arbor Day, Earth
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah, yeah.
Get hammered
Matt,
for Earth
you've got
Day.
you got a real air about yourself. You think you're better than everyone else. You
Yeah, real
cheated
piece of
on
work.
20 questions. and
I
you
never
know it.
cheated. I never cheated. Where's
Yes,
the rules that
you
say
park
no
in handicap
computer?
spots. Don't even talk to me.
Oh,
I've never parked in a handicap spot ever.
Oh, yes, you have.
I recall
But
tale
when
of
you
in a
drive, when you
handicap spot.
drove, we were in the handicap spot. It wasn't me. You
Oh.
parked it.
What are you
You were
talking
the driver.
about? I was in the
Oh.
grocery store getting the groceries, and your wife was there. I ran into her. I said, "Oh my
Ooh.
God, what are you doing here?" Oh, Matthew's outside. We walk outside, and where are you parked? In the handicap
no.
spot.
What are you talking
Oh,
about? I don't
no.
know.
What are you doing?
What are you talking about? You've never even met my wife.
Maybe next time you'll be parking in the veteran spot or something.
Did you at
seem to
least
be
put
so
your
big on them,
goddamn cart
you
back?
deserve that. Well, my grandfather was in World War II. I given presents for Christmas in July. I can park here.
You know where I have parked? You ever parked in the expecting mothers parking space?
Oh, you're awful. You're one of those people. See, this is the Google 20 questions. Park in the
Oh,
expecting mothers.
Google
Park
20
in the
questions,
handicap.
parking and
Me,
expecting
me,
mothers is
me.
not even close to the same.
Actually, the expectant mother spot, it says expectant mothers or with small children. And I
And I
used to
got
use that
several of
bad
them.
boy all the time.
I got a
besides small
couple of
kids.
them.
If you
Yeah.
have your small kid, then yeah.
Yes.
Did you park with your small kids, Matt, or were
It
you
doesn't
by
say
yourself?
the kid has to be. Hey, this is the same thing, Tom. You're adding rules where rules don't exist. It just says you have to have them. Doesn't say they have to be with you. Okay.
And I can argue that
you
my kid
parked
is
in the
still small.
expecting mother. Are you were expecting at some point? You did expecting as a mother,
I've been expecting a mother for a long time. Still expecting.
Is that part of the rules?
Yeah, hey, check the rule book, Sally. All right. This is enough of Tom's topics. Oh. We're moving on. Christmas in July is for the troops. Tom is not. Next thing, we're going to top 10 list with old Pickle Bar. Pickle Bar, what do you got for us, pal?
All right, guys. We are going to do the top 10 best Philadelphia signings of all time.
Is it best or biggest?
Because I don't know if you guys have been listening, but there was some news about a Philadelphia sign.
Oh, do tell.
So it's the best players that Philadelphia teams have ever brought in. Okay.
Yeah.
Meaning I guess, we should clarify. We don't mean they were good at one time, then they brought them in and it was a shit show when they got here. They brought them in, they were really good, and it was a good move.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I got it. I got some in the chamber right now. Pop is ready to pop. All right. So I'll get the timer started.
Okay.
One of the rules I came up with, always come up with rules, sticking to the rules.
That's a rule.
Come up with rules, sticking to the rules. That's what I do around here. I'm the rules guy.
All right.
Either way. All right, Tom, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The Schmig Daddy, you ready?
Ready, Freddie.
Here we go. First one, LeBron James.
Yes, big time news on the PhillyBurbs.com article where I got this list. They have LeBron James front and center. That is number 10 on this list.
Nice. Tom, you got one?
I'm going to say Roy Halladay.
Dude, I was thinking him too. Go ahead. Liam.
You know what? I was surprised there are Philadelphia Phillies on this list, but they're more recent than that, except for one. You're right.
Halladay, so Roy Halladay?
Halladay is not on there.
What?
All right. Well, then the recent ones, I mean, it's got to be Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper is number 3, correct.
Okay.
And, I mean, are they going to say Trey Turner?
No, they don't have Trey Turner on there.
Schwarber
is on there. Schwarber's number 8. You got one more recent.
Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler, number 6. Very good. Now you got one more Philly on there, but he's back in the day.
Pete Rose.
That's right. Petey boy. Pete Rose is number
Charlie
5.
Hustle. Charlie Hustle, baby.
Russ.
All right. Now you got 1, 2, 3 Eagles, 2 Sixers.
All right. A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown is not on the list.
What? Is T.O. on the list?
No T.O.
Really? Wow.
Can I ask a question for a 76er?
Yeah.
Sure.
Is Dr. J, does he count because he was from a different league?
No, they didn't. No, I was thinking that too. That they don't have him as
Moses Malone.
Yeah, Moses Malone is number 1 because his impact. You know what I mean? They needed him to get over the hump and actually win that championship. So they have Moses Malone as number 1, and that was a huge deal when they signed him.
Sure. He's number 1. Okay.
Yep.
So then we got
Eagles. Go ahead, man.
We need 3 Eagles, right?
Yep.
Are they more recently or older?
1 is recent. The 2 are older-ish. Yeah.
Is Saquon Barkley on that list?
Saquon is number 4. I'd argue that he's 4 and 2 are both Eagles, and I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But Saquon got you that You know what I mean? Like we won those playoff games because he was there. I think.
Totally. Man.
Huh. What about?
Okay,
I
so
mean, what's it?
Number
Yeah.
two is arguably if you're gonna have the argument of who's the best Philadelphia Eagle that's ever like worn an Eagles jersey, I would say Saquon is one and this person's 1A.
Really?
Like the most talented, yeah, like talent wise.
Oh,
and
Michael
we
Vick,
No.
and we didn't draft this
Reggie
person.
White.
Yes, Reggie White is
Oh,
number
because he
two.
was
Well-
drafted in the
Well,
other
he was
league.
drafted, but he was in the other league. Okay, I was gonna say Reggie White. All right.
Yeah, Reggie
All right,
White's
no.
number two. So we
Yep,
got
the
one more
minister.
Eagle. We got one more Eagle. One more Eagle
What-
and one more Sixer.
What's the Eagles time frame? And what's the
Eagles
Sixers
time frame is like early 2000s
And it's
or
not
like
T.O.?
2000s. No.
All right, because we drafted Dawkins.
We needed to how can I say it? Like we needed to shore up this position, I guess you would say. And
Man.
we signed him and
Hmm.
the last one I
Asante
can give you
Samuel?
the last one I can give you is think defense. Tom, you're getting close.
Is it Nnamdi Asomugha?
No.
Early 2000s, we need to sign up. Is it Trotter? Man.
No, not
It's
so
got to be a
I would say
cornerback
like
or
yes, Tom's getting really close.
Asante
well,
Samuel. It's not him. It's
Was
not
it
Darius
Bobby the
Slay,
Blanket
right?
Taylor?
No,
Not Bobby Taylor, not Troy
he is.
Vincent.
It is.
No.
I'm sorry. Somebody said Troy Vincent. I'm really sorry. Yeah, Troy
I just
Vincent's
said him.
number 9. I'm really
All right,
sorry. I
Troy
didn't hear
Vincent.
that. Yeah, Troy
Troy
Vincent's number
Vincent,
9.
and he went to what college?
Oh shit. Sorry.
Tom, you want to say it?
Where did Troy Vincent went? I don't know where he went to college.
Oh wait, no. Bobby Taylor went to Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, I don't. Troy Vincent. I don't know.
Damn, my fault. I meant Bobby Taylor. Bobby the Blanket Taylor went to Notre Dame.
Oh,
Did he
maybe I'm
really?
saying that.
Yeah, didn't he?
Now serves as the executive vice president of football operations for the NFL. Wow. I
All
didn't
right,
even
so
know
we
that.
got we
You
each
got
get-
one more.
we're pa-
You got one
we're
more.
past-
It's a Sixer.
We're past
It's
time.
And I'm even
We're
going to give
past-
you the time frame 70s. Okay.
All right, we're past time. We each get
Oh,
one
yeah.
more guess. Troy Vincent went to Wisconsin, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you who we brought in the 70s.
Yeah, no, this one was hard. I would. There's no way I would have got this one. I think I would have
Man.
been able to name the rest of the list. This one, I don't think I would have got.
Hold on, Matt's typing it in right now. Let's just 1 second. Who
Yeah.
could it be?
I've never. Hey, I've never. I mean, I've never
said he was a
Googled
Key
a top
player
10
that got
list.
key player that brought the Sixers to the that 77 championship. They didn't win it, but he got them to the finals.
No
Or he
idea.
helped
Golly,
he helped
I'm
get them
trying
to the
even
finals.
to
I know
think.
it's a hard one. I would not have got this.
What is it
It's-
there, Leo?
Well, not
It's,
Wilt Chamberlain, not Julius
No.
Serving. Okay, all
You
right.
ready? So
Hold on,
7
Liam,
is
give us the.
oh,
give us,
just run it down.
tell
Okay.
us what it is. Give us the whole list.
All right, so we're looking at the top 10 free agent signings of all time for Philadelphia sports. Okay,
Okay.
so 10 and this is ranked by PhillyBurbs.com. Okay, 10 is LeBron James, 9 Troy Vincent, 8 is Kyle Schwarber, 7 they have is George McGinnis from the Sixers.
Heard the name.
6 is Zach Wheeler, 5 is Pete Rose, 4 is Saquon Barkley, 3 Bryce Harper, 2 Reggie White, 1 Moses Malone. I think it's a pretty good list. I would put Saquon higher. I think that season was just unbelievable. I don't know.
I'd have Roy Halladay on that list.
I agree.
Cliff Lee too. Cliff Lee too.
I think when they made this list, I think I think the people that made this list are like more. They must be younger or something, and just like gravitate more towards the newer players. For Phillies, I mean. But Halladay is very good.
All right. Well, that was great, Liam. Great top 10 list as always. I think we did pretty good.
Mhm.
That number 7 guy. What was his name again?
George McGinnis, and it was very hard. I don't know much
Yeah.
about
I would-
76ers. That's a long time ago.
way. Yeah. So either way, we never would have gotten that. Tom, I wouldn't have gotten that.
No way,
So
me either.
yeah, neither. And Bern definitely wouldn't have gotten it. So either way,
He
let's
might
keep
have.
it moving. Speaking of Bern, it is now time for 20 questions. So here's what we got. I have a famous person that is an actor. All right. You guys have 2 minutes to ask the first 5 questions. Then you have 2 minutes to deliberate. Then you have 2 minutes to ask the next five. 2 minutes to deliberate. 2 minutes to ask the next five. And then 2 minutes to deliberate. And then 2 minutes to ask the next five. Then you have to guess. Okay. It's
All
yes or
right.
no questions. All right. I am keeping a strict timer. All right. Strict timer. Okay. So don't be trying to fucking chooch up the time here. All right.
Okay.
Strict timer.
Fair enough.
Starts now. Go.
Is it a male or a female? Or is your actor a male?
Yes.
Male. Was this actor an Oscar winner?
No.
No Oscar. Okay.
Was this actor known for comedy?
No.
No comedy. Okay. Was the peak of this actor's success and fame after the year 2000?
No.
Okay. Before 2000. All
Was
right.
this actor a generally known for a movie actor?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
So we're
5.
talking.
That's 5. You got 2 minutes. Go.
All right. All right, Tom. We're talking movies. We're talking no Oscar, no comedy before 2000 and a male.
Yeah.
All right.
Dead or
So,
alive, we got to go.
yeah. All right. So that'll be next. Dead
And
or
then we
alive.
have to try to figure out the actual decade of
Yeah.
popularity.
Yeah. So we're before 2000. So we find out if it was like, maybe ask if it was after the 80s, then that at least gives us, we're into 80s and 90s. Or no, should we just ask after 90s? Because then if we know it's in the 90s, if it's before, it's likely going to be 70s or 80s because we're not going to go before that. But if it's after 90s, then we're zeroed in on 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like after 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think we should ask, like, are we talking about an action star? You know what I mean? Like, are we talking about action movies?
Right.
Or,
So dead or alive, we'll try to get the decade down. We're
uh-huh.
talking action. What was the
Yeah.
other one?
Okay, Dead or Alive, decade, action, and well, I think after we find out if it's action or not, like if it is action, then we start asking like, is this a
What if it's not
superhero?
action? I guess
If
we
it's
go
not action,
drama.
then we start asking drama wise, like, is this based on a war? Is this based on organized crime? Is this based on you know
Yeah,
what I
let's
mean?
ask if he's been in a famous war movie or if he's been in a
Yeah.
famous,
Yeah, if we
crime
find
movie.
out it's not action, you know what I mean? If it's like drama. Well, no, I guess that would be action too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we gotta find out action, and then we'll try to thin it down after that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
All right, you
how
got
much
10
time we got?
seconds.
We're gonna
10
roll it over.
seconds. You don't
Yeah.
get to
No,
rolling.
rolling over. We have
All
10
right.
extra seconds.
Next
Well,
time.
10
Okay.
seconds is gone now, so
No,
2 minute
because you don't know
timer.
the rollover rule?
Yeah.
Get on the
No
rules,
rollover. I'm the rules guy. There is no rollover rule. 2 minutes
You never
starts
said
now.
there was no rollover rule.
You're wasting time. Start
No, this
asking
is
All
like
questions.
we're still in the rollover debate time.
All right. Are we talking about was this actor's success after the year 1990?
You're saying, did they start being successful?
The peak of their success when they were the biggest, when their biggest movie came out and the most people could identify this person by looking at a picture of them.
I would say
I hope
their
you're stopping our
peak-
clock.
the peak would be, I guess it would be the 90s is when they made the most movies, like that they were like, I guess
Like
their biggest
successful movies, like
their most
like,
successful movies were in
Okay.
the 90s.
all right.
The- like maybe, yeah, okay, that's fine.
All right. So we're talking 90s. All right.
Is this actor still alive?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is this actor known for like action movies.
I think. I don't know if
Okay,
you'd.
so this
Well,
actor's like all around. Then you're thinking,
correct.
so maybe
Yes.
not action. Okay, so it's not comedy, but he's not just action. So it's Tom. It sounds like he's okay. We'll talk about that later. All right. What's the next question?
30
90s
seconds.
alive. Okay,
Um,
action.
was he in a very famous war movie?
Oh yeah, good one.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean there's a movie. I mean, do you okay? Because I can't answer this fully, I will give you a hint, which is something my predecessor would never do. He's been in a very famous movie with military in it, but it wasn't considered a war movie.
Okay. All
So
right.
I'll say that because I don't want
Okay.
any bullshit coming back, and I'm better than the
All
previous
right.
host at this.
So then we'll ask this instead. Was this actor in did this actor star in a movie about organized crime?
I if nothing you would know them for. It wouldn't be what you knew them for. So
Okay.
nothing, no like good, no like Scorsese Goodfellas
Okay.
or something like that. So no.
Fair
So
enough.
all right, that's 10.
Okay. So
Two
no
minutes
so
starts now. Get talking.
okay, so we're not talking we're not
Still
so
alive.
Still Alive has done action movies, not organized crime, and not a war movie, or not known for a war movie.
Yeah.
But there was military in it.
He was in a very famous movie that has military in it but isn't known
I'm
for.
leaning towards Tom Hanks, dude.
No, he's won an
Because
Oscar.
oh yeah, shit.
But Tom Cruise, I don't think has won an Oscar.
He
You
was in
know?
Thin Red Line. I mean, that's a full on war movie though.
But we said a very famous war movie. Is Thin Red Line like a
Uh
I don't even
Tom
know if I've
Cruise
seen
was in Thin Red Line?
I don't think I've ever seen Thin Red
yeah.
Line.
Really? You guys should see it. It's a good
I
flick.
don't think he was
Um
in there.
yeah, he was, wasn't he? No, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna
I'll
Has
look
do
it up for you.
it.
All right, you got a minute left here.
All right, so he's saying his most popular time was in the 90s.
Oh,
No,
we should
no
ask
TC
if he's
in Thin
done
Red Line.
who the fuck stars in Thin Red Line then?
He's got Nick Nolte, Jim Caviezel, Sean Penn, Adrian Brody, John Cusack, George Clooney, John
Oh,
C. Riley, Woody Harrelson, John
all right.
Travolta, Ben Chaplin, Elias Cotis, John D. Smith, Nick Stahl. Nick Stahl?
I'm
Maybe we
thinking
ask if
I'm
he
thinking
was
of
in the
something else
movie
then.
The Outsiders.
Oh, that's a good one. Or
You
just
know?
we'll try to yeah. I think we should ask the Disney question. Has he been in a movie that falls under that
15
umbrella?
Oh,
Like
seconds.
Star
yeah.
Wars,
Yeah,
Marvel,
yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Disney for sure.
Yeah. Okay. We're ready to start.
All
We're rolling
right, go
over.
ahead.
We're gonna roll
Yeah.
over.
We
So
ran out of time, so go.
has this actor been in a movie that falls under like the Disney, into the Disney family? So that would be Star Wars, Marvel. I think they have Indiana Jones, right?
Any Disney.
Yeah, any Disney stuff, Toy Story,
Uh,
Pixar, all that shit.
yes.
Oh, okay.
He's okay.
Yes to Disney.
He's been in a movie that falls under that category. Yes.
Okay, okay, that's good. That gets us somewhere. Should we ask if he's voiced any like animated? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes.
Okay. Has this actor starred as a voice in an animated movie?
I'm looking. I don't yes, not a super popular one.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Yes to animated, but not popular. Okay.
Yeah, not a super popular one.
Okay, but we're still in Disney though, okay?
Okay.
So no Oscar. It's either gonna be a Marvel or a Star Wars or freaking sorry, or like Indiana Jones. Um Okay.
30. You got 35 seconds left here. Still got 3 questions left.
Okay.
Was this actor in the movie The Outsiders?
No. 2
No
questions.
outsiders. Okay.
25 seconds.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, okay. Just keeping up with the rules here.
Has this actor been in a Marvel movie?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Has this actor played a superhero?
He's played a character with superpowers. Yes.
Is that a
Okay.
superhero?
Well, I don't. What do you classify as superhero?
The good guy. Like, where was he a good guy?
Well, that would be question 16, and we're not there yet, are
No,
we?
I said, did he play a superhero?
You asked, was he in a Marvel movie? The answer
That's
was
what-
yes.
No, that was
That's
14.
what he asked.
Yeah, that was what I
Okay.
asked.
And then you asked if he was a superhero, and I said yes, he had superpowers in a movie.
That doesn't mean he was a superhero. He could have been a super
But it doesn't
villain.
mean he was good or bad either, because superhero doesn't mean that he's the good guy.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
yeah.
Superhero. Supervillain.
Superhero is on the good side. Supervillain is on the bad side.
So then, okay, so what we're clarifying then is he a superhero?
Yes.
Then the answer is no.
Okay, so we're doing villains. All right.
So he has a superpower,
Super
but
villain.
he's not a superhero.
All right. Okay, so we gotta think
He's
now.
been in a Marvel movie. He was
And we're talking before 2000.
his main
shit.
popularity.
Hold on. This kind of that makes it harder, I think. Damn.
You got
He's
5
not
questions
known
left.
for action though.
Okay, so we should ask if it's in the actual like MCU, like the newer ones, or are we talking about a Marvel movie that's earlier,
George
like-
Clooney's won an Academy
like the earlier
Award, right?
Spider-Mans and stuff? Has Willem Dafoe won a Academy Award?
I can tell you, I know the answer to that.
Okay. Nah, we'll just ask. We'll clarify with like the if it's part of the MCU, that means the newer ones, like all the Avengers, Infinity War, all that shit. If it falls under that one in the MCU,
What was the pre-2000s question? His popularity?
yeah, his popularity was before the height of their popularity was before 2000.
Tom, you look like you're typing something there. Hate
I'm
to
not
say it.
typing anything. But
Looks
so,
like you're typing.
well, I'm not. So
And they were most popular in the 90s.
yes, but what was his question? You asked something about the 2000s before 2000. Was his popularity okay? So he
Yeah, so
wasn't super popular after 2000s.
Yeah, but came back to be a supervillain.
I mean,
so that's what we got.
when did the first Spider-Man come out?
I mean, you're going back to like 2000. Yeah, you're like in the early 2000s.
That's Willem Dafoe's height of, and he was in.
Yeah,
he was in.
I don't know if he won an Academy Award.
He was in
though.
Platoon. He was in
Oh
Platoon
yeah,
as well.
You're right. And that's a war movie, so he's out. It's not Dafoe.
All right, time's up. You gotta start asking
shit.
questions.
All right.
You're on your final 5.
Okay. Was this character in like the recent MCU?
You're saying Infinity Saga?
Yes.
So, well, the technical answer. Okay.
Was he in any of the Infinity Saga movies?
I could be a dick. I will say no. But
Okay. So now we're talking X-Men. What's the guy's name that plays Magneto? I'm leaning towards him.
Guy that plays Magneto.
Yeah. God, what the
Oh,
hell's his name?
I don't know that guy's name.
Neither do
you guys got a minute and 20.
Fuck.
Ask if he played Magneto.
Okay. We'll just ask if he was in X-Men. I don't think we ever did that.
Okay.
All right. Was he in the X-Men movies?
Yes.
Okay. So we got an X-Men villain. I don't
3
know his
questions
fucking
left.
name, dude.
Did he play Magneto?
No.
Oh shit. All right. What
2
other
questions.
shit? No Magneto.
50 seconds.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry. Tom, I thought you liked pressure.
I don't like hearing you talk.
Was
Oh,
he
okay.
in? Was he in? Fucker. Was he in the first X-Men?
Is that the one with like you're saying like the Halle Berry and
Yes.
okay. No. One question
Okay.
left.
I thought that was 18.
No, that was 19.
What?
I
Liam,
asked
you're
if he was
15 seconds.
Magneto.
What? No
You
way.
asked you first one you asked, is he in the Infinity Saga? No. Is he in
Yeah.
X-Men? Yes. Is it Magneto? No. Is it this? Now you're out of time. You got one question left. And
How?
then
You
you
just said 3 questions. No.
yeah,
You
what was the
said
most recent question you just asked?
we
Is he
said
Magneto wasn't the most recent question you just asked. The most recent one you just asked was he in the first
okay.
X-Men, which is a
Okay.
no.
Stop.
So that's
Stop.
question
What
19.
was?
So now
No,
you're
it's
on
not.
question 20.
What was question 16?
16 was he in the MCU like the Infinity Sagas?
Okay. Then what was 17?
17 was is he in the X-Men?
Okay. Then what was 18?
Is he Magneto?
Okay. Then there's no questions after that.
Yes, there
Then we
is.
have
You
then we
just
have
asked if he
19
was
and
in the
20.
first X-Men. You just asked if he was in the first X-Men. The answer is no. That's 19. You have one question left. And you shouldn't
X-Men.
even get it because you're out of time. But I'll give it to you because I'm not a Nazi.
You're
I
very
still
Nazi-esque.
don't have 4 questions here, but whatever.
Yes, you do. Is he in the MCU Infinity Saga part?
Okay.
No. Is he in X-Men? Yes. That's 2. Is
Okay.
he Magneto? No. That's 3. Is he in
Oh,
the first X-Men?
I wrote no Magneto and X-Men on the same line. All
Is he in the
right.
first X-Men? No.
All
That's
right.
4. That's
Okay,
19.
okay, okay. I wrote it on the
You can
same
get
thing.
one more question.
I don't know who the bad guys are in the X-Men. I don't know the names of the actors.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too. Yeah,
What
I
was
guess
the
we're stumped.
characters in the X-Men 2 movie? Who's the bad guys in X-Men 2?
That are superpowered.
Who was Beast? Oh wait, no,
Kelsey
the
Grammer, but
Kelsey
he's
Grammer.
a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass. We're
All
toast.
right, then you each get a guess.
I don't know the names of the guys in X-Men.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure the name will be familiar, but I couldn't tell
He'll
you.
probably tell me, and I'll feel real stupid. But I just am drawing a blank right now on X-Men 2 and X-Men 3, Last Stand, because I thought it was Dark Phoenix on that one, and I do not. That second X-Men movie is not really memorable.
Yeah, they were fighting. Like I just remember a fight at the school. I think, and he
Yeah,
kills
but
some
who had
people.
powers? That was like a bad guy.
I don't know.
I thought it was the guys that captured Wolverine, dude. I don't remember. Those movies kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
We get
I
a
All
don't
right,
know.
guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
But you're not going to make any guess?
I
To
don't.
what? I have no idea. I have no
Yeah,
clue.
same.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you guys really don't know.
Well, I didn't look anything up, so yes, I do not know.
I mean, it's pretty easy. Liam, you're forgetting that there's been total 6 X-Men movies.
Yeah, and those other ones suck balls, and I
They
haven't
did
watched
not.
them in 20 years.
They did not. X-Men First Class did not. And do you remember who the
Kevin
villain
Bacon.
was?
Oh,
That's right.
fuck me.
Kevin fucking Bacon.
Oh, man.
Philadelphia's own
But you know
Kevin
what?
Bacon.
That's a testament to how fucking confusing they made all that shit. And they went back in time and made 2 Professor X's and 2 Magnetos and all that shit. They made it confusing. Fuck them for that. Fuck
Dude,
you,
X-Men
Fox.
First Class
Fox
was
Studios.
really good.
It was a good movie, but you know what? I was too fucking focused on that first. What's that?
Young Jennifer Lawrence was in it.
No, I agree. First Class was a good movie, but
Who's
that
the
is a
dude that
testament to how
plays-
fucking annoying Fox Studios is with making the
Liam.
2.
In the new Superman movie, the one black guy that has the face paint that controls all like the flying balls
Mr.
and
Terrific.
stuff. Mr. Terrific. He was in X-Men First Class. Remember?
Oh yeah, he
plays
was Darwin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was a great movie, but I was just too fucking. Know what? I was just thinking of those
Fassbender,
first. I was just
McCoy,
thinking of
James
those first
McAvoy.
3 movies. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
it's hard, man.
I mean, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard when you just have the paper in front of you and that's it. That's all I'll say.
Oh, okay. Okay. I do it one time, stump you. Vern's done it for, I mean, I don't even know. Come on. What we doing here?
No,
So either
we don't
way,
cheat.
I gave you everything in the book. I was very communicating. No question, Nazi. I tried to I was even going to give you an extra at the end, even
And
though
then
you
I
didn't.
wrote
I
and
mean,
then I wrote X-Men No Magneto on the same line twice.
well, you had a chance to get the 20 I would have given it to you. You could have asked the next one, you know?
I just, you
You,
know what? I was fucking all I could think of is like, who is the bad guy in the second X-Men?
so it's
See,
Brian
those movies were
Cox.
fucked, dude.
Brian in the second X-Men, first class X-Men or second X-Men, like, the awesome
Second
one where
X-Men 2, X2, where they like brought
that one
Nightcrawler
was
in.
awesome. When Nightcrawler attacks the president in the beginning,
Yeah,
Brian
but
Cox
who's
was
the
the villain.
Yeah, and they were trying to like steal the kids, right? And well,
Yeah,
yeah, so yeah,
yeah.
see, I
But
fucked that
Brian
all up.
Cox
Whatever.
also, I mean, yeah, Brian Cox was the villain, but, he didn't have any superpowers, though. But either way, that's been 20 questions. Time to move on to the news. All right. I got a good one for you, fellas. I got a good one. All right. So, okay, here we go. There's a man in Kansas City, Missouri, fell into a portable restroom toilet tank and was stuck in there for 8 hours with the
Oh my
lid
god.
closed before being rescued. Okay?
Oh my god.
He was trying to retrieve something out of the portable restroom tank.
Phone.
What was it?
His cell phone.
Not a cell phone.
Wedding
Alcohol.
ring?
Not a wedding ring, not alcohol. I will say it's food
Drugs.
related, not drugs.
What? It's food? And you don't just
Food-ish.
call that a loss if it goes into the
Buddy,
porta john?
I mean, if this isn't a campaign for this product, I do not know what is.
Holy shit,
So
dude.
good, you'll dive into a portable restroom toilet tank for it.
Coca-Cola? Pepsi?
It is a Pepsi product.
Get out.
Mountain Dew?
The Dew. Here we go.
What the fuck?
Here is the bizarre news story. In his quest to retrieve a bottle of Mountain Dew, a Kansas City, Missouri man fell into a portable restroom toilet tank and was stuck there for 8 hours with the lid closed before being rescued.
Oh my gosh, dude.
On July 14th, a driver with Patriot Portable Restrooms was trying to collect structures that had been set up for the World Cup watch party when he encountered the trapped occupant. The driver flagged down a nearby police officer who helped him unlock the door. When he opened the door and didn't see anybody, we honestly thought we were talking to a ghost. And then his head popped up out of the tank. Oh, like a game of whack-a-mole or Oscar the Grouch coming out of his can. Oh my God,
dude,
the
you can get like
what? The portable restroom business, you kind of expect the unexpected, the representative said, but in 6 years, I never thought I'd find someone alive inside one of our units.
Yeah, because you can get like sepsis and hepatitis A and shit. Dude, that is so foul, man.
Oh, but like, think about Mountain Dew. If I was Mountain Dew, I'd be all over this because it is so good. I'll tell you, crisp, refreshing. Mountain Dew's pretty good. But is it good?
I'm assuming he was on drugs. He was on some kind of drugs.
On all of it. He must have been on all of it. Would you dive headfirst into a porter body shitter to get your Mountain Dew, Tom?
No.
Dude, that's
No.
like
There's nothing
you love
in
the
there.
Dew.
That's like a bath salt story, dude. That's like a, you know what I mean? That's like a, what was that?
He must have had fentanyl in that Mountain Dew bottle.
Oh, no. Meth, people do like people on speed, right? People that do like crystal meth and stuff, they're all fucked up.
Yeah, they crazy. All right. And then here we go. Here's another thing. Jesus Christ. Okay. I want you to tell me if this is a man or a woman. All right.
Okay.
In Ellisville, Mississippi, a person was operating a vehicle. In this case, it was a 2017 Dodge Challenger. They were completely naked. All right. They were
Mm-hmm.
pulled over during a traffic stop after officers observed the car driving erratically. Police officers reported that the driver appeared to be inebriated and that the vehicle smelled strongly of marijuana. And then they discovered 5 firearms and a bag of marijuana in said person's vehicle.
God.
You guys each get one guess, and you have to have the same guess. You got to confer.
So,
For what? Who it was?
no, if it was a male or a female,
Oh.
Yeah, Tom, you listening? If it's a male or female.
I say generally, like males are drug dealers
Generally
and carry
speaking.
guns and stuff, right? But maybe that makes it a crazy story, is that it was a female. Just,
But they couldn't drive.
oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go female. They're driving erratically, and yeah, that seals it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We're going female.
Here we go. Authorities in Ellisville, Mississippi are stumped as to why Caitlin Maxwell, age 22, was operating a vehicle. In this case, the 2017 Dodge Challenger. She was completely naked. She was pulled over by police during a traffic stop. She was pulled over because she was driving erratically. Police officers reported that she appeared to be drunk or she appeared to be inebriated. The vehicle smelled like weed. And they also discovered 5 firearms and a bag of weed. She is now faces felony and misdemeanor charges and is in jail on a $35,000 bond.
Dang.
All right. You guys want one more?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Last thing. All right. In Wilmington, Illinois, all right, a man was rescued when he was stuck in a gas station sign for several hours. All right. I want you to guess how tall the gas station sign was. All right. That he just couldn't come down. A gas station sign stuck. It says in it, or I don't know if you can go in. Maybe some of them are like big. I don't know.
Yeah.
100 and
You just said it's 100 some
130
feet. Yeah.
fuck. Well, here we go. Here is the bizarre news story. In Wilmington, Illinois, a man was rescued after being stuck in a gas station sign for several hours on July 21st. The man, a maintenance worker, used a special lift to get up to the 130-foot tall sign to do some work on it. The lift, however, would not come back down, leaving the man stranded until emergency personnel were able to procure a crane from a nearby Joliet. I don't even know what that is. From nearby Joliet. Okay, Joliet, Illinois. The man appeared to be in good spirits and refused medical treatment. So there you go.
So he was in one of those, you see him like when you're on the highway, those really big. Yeah, he's in one of those, Johns.
Dude, I would piss myself.
That's why why didn't he have a phone with him? I guess he did.
Also, don't those things have like a ladder you can go down on?
No,
if they don't work?
not if you. Some of them do not, and if it dies, you are stranded.
No
That's
shit.
That's why you should. If you're doing that job, you should be doing it with somebody.
Right.
So that if the battery dies or something, or there's an issue, they can come back and either,
or you
power
should
that
have
sucker back up.
Yeah, or you should
There
have
are controls on the bottom. There are controls on the bottom, so you can bring someone down if they're having issues up top.
Yeah. I wonder too, maybe if he would have gotten his rappelling license, if he's able to rappel down a rope, always bring the rope and harness with you in case you get stuck, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have something like that.
That's probably more dangerous than just waiting for somebody to
I
come
remember
get you,
when I was bartending at this place called Graham's Pub. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. I used to bartend at Graham's Pub back when it was it was bopping when I was there. But I was bartending at Graham's Pub, and this one guy came in, and he was an HVAC guy or did something where he worked on like high-rise windows and it was like HVAC and stuff like that. And he would have to rappel down the side of the window to work on it. And he told me, he's like, if I'm ever done about to fall, I just tell them, I call my wife and I light up a smoke. And I know that's it for me.
Sounds like a window washer.
What?
He sounds like a window washer, dude.
Yeah, he said he worked on HVAC units, but now that you're saying it, Liam, it sounds like he's a window washer.
Yeah.
You know, either way. All right, we're coming towards the top of time. I'll tell you, that might have been the best ran 20 questions game we've ever done on this show. Ever.
With 0, this was all on paper.
Yep.
I am proud of that, even though
Amen.
I missed a movie that was actually good and an actor that was good as well.
Super
But,
well known.
You
too.
know, you can't get them all. You know,
Can't get them all.
you can't get them all on paper.
Can't catch them all.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Matt
Right.
can't even get them all when he uses Google.
I mean, but at least, you know, my guy, pretty well known. Kevin Bacon, pretty well known. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like I wasn't trying to trick you either. I gave you a
No.
guy, pretty well known.
That one's kind of my fault because we got stuck on the superhero stuff. And if we asked other questions about what he did, we probably could have got to like Footloose
Right.
and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So also, like, imagine this: when you asked if he was a superhero, if I would have said no, right, then you guys would thought like, oh, he doesn't have any powers either, right? Which technically I
Wait,
could have said no to that.
You know what? Technicality. He was in the fucking. He was
Well,
in.
he was in the Guardians
He was
of the
in the
Galaxy
Guardians of the
Christmas
Galaxy
special.
Christmas special.
That's why I
That
wanted
was
to
in-
say no. When you asked
Oh
the
wait,
MCU
you're right. It
thing,
wasn't
I
Infinity.
said I was
though.
like,
Fuck.
I was like, I could be a dick and say you know, but I was like, that would just screw everything up if I would have said he's in the because technically he was Kevin Bacon in the Infinity Saga special, but he played himself.
Yeah.
You know?
So actually, we would have got it if you would have told us that he was in the Infinity. So
Well, I
we
wouldn't
win.
have said. I would have just said
So we
yes.
won.
No, I would have said
Yeah.
yes. He was in
Yeah.
the
No, we went on
Infinity
it.
Saga.
No, the jury would throw that out, dude, on a technicality. We'll ask Bern. You know
wow.
what? Next
Yeah,
week,
we'll ask
let's
Bern.
ask Bern what he thinks.
Good idea.
When is he coming back? If he comes back, we don't know if he's coming back.
Oh, he'll be back. They
He'll be
always
back.
come back.
They
They always come
Tell
back.
that to Shake. Tell that to J-Dub. Tell that to Steve. Tell that to Diana. Tell that to Jana. Tell that to Party Boy Pete.
Tell that to J Dub's cousin who had a
Yeah, one
who
and
had
done.
a-
J-Dub's
who had a
cousin,
great
one
time
and
here.
done. Buddy, I mean, I'll tell you this though. I will say this. Listen to that episode because Steve had flipped her by the end. She was into Steve by the end. I'll tell you that. That guy.
because of
I
the
don't
dog.
fucking-
Because he had the little dog. Remember?
He's fucking Steve. That's just how he gets you so fucking mad, but then you love the guy. That's just fucking Steve. What are you gonna do? All right, we're at the top of time. Pickle bar. Anything before we get out of here?
Technicality. I'm calling it right now.
Oh,
We went on a
fucking
technicality.
asterisks. Okay, whatever. All right, Tom. Anything before we leave?
God bless the troops.
Oh wow!
But screw that Christmas in July is not in the correct month. It should be in
Yeah,
June.
it's stupid.
That's
It's
fair.
stupid. You're right. But the troops are the best. Shout out to the troops. Speaking of the troops, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Beat the Bros. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's old Liam Picklebar Reese, and that's Tom Lavelle. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Handle us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you sweet, sweet content. Also, if you're leaving comments, listen to the Friday show because we're going to shout you out on Instagram and YouTube. You guys are the best. Thanks. See ya!